Oh my god, I just got a big picture of your face.
Nice.
It literally is just a picture of you and your girlfriend at some climbing thing.
Wait, what? Are you serious? That's
Yep.
creepy.
Yeah, dude.
Wow, that's
It's
really.
got this
I didn't
massive
realize
picture
that
of you
was
on the
even.
screen.
I didn't. I thought you were joking. I was like, I figured you were talking about the trapper or something, the guy that I'm playing, not my actual person. Like, that's hilarious.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
that
wearing
was.
these big blue helmets and stuff.
Yeah, that was. We went ziplining at this place called Screaming Eagles. First time I've ever been. I'm scared of heights. It was terrifying.
Probably not where you want to be going if you've got a fear of heights.
Yeah, correct.
Let's try again. So what's the objective of
So,
like
depends
the
on what.
survivors? Do you just run away, or do you eventually kill the killer?
No, you'll never be able to kill the killer as a survivor. The objective of the game when you play as a survivor is to power enough generators to open the exit gates to the map, and then you literally sprint out of the map like he can't reach you anymore. And then it like takes you into a cutscene. The objective of the killer is to kill all the survivors before any of them escape. But at the same time, there's never like when you're the killer, it's never like you lose or win because you can still let some survivors go and get a crap load of points. But when you're the survivor, if you don't survive, then usually you don't get enough points to like pip is what they call it, which is like how you level up in your bracket kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you see the broadcast now?
I do. I can see you on the menu. And you've got some like like sort of star. What's it called? Like some sort of like level up tree type thing.
Yeah, it's called a blood web. So let me know when you're at the page when it says loadout. I'm not sure how far you are behind.
Yeah, I can see it. There's not much of a delay, so.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. So what's your elapsed time show you're at? At the top left, or something, it'll show like elapsed time.
Oh, 2 minutes 14 now.
2 minutes and 40 or 2 minutes and 14?
2 minutes 45 right now.
Oh wow, yeah, you're literally like you're seconds behind me. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I've never actually been on I don't know if my internet's just doing well right now or what. But anyways, so like these are like the perks that you have. Like here, these like the perks are different from your power add-ons and offering. But these perks are like permanent upgrades to my character. So the first one is that I can destroy dropped barricades 15% faster. So when the survivors sprint away from me, they'll try to throw barricades in front of me so that I can't get away from, or that I can't catch them. The second one is Iron Grasp. Basically, when I pick a survivor up, it like basically makes their struggling on my shoulder 25% less effective, and it also increases the amount of time in which they have to struggle in order to get out of my grasp. So when I pick a survivor up, you'll start noticing I'm like wobbling around and stuff. It's because they're literally fighting me. So it's like I won't be able to walk a straight line when I pick them up. I just got this perk in the very rare version, and apparently I move 12% faster while transporting a body. The one that I previously had was like half of that, so that's pretty remarkable. And my terror radius increased by 8 meters. So what that means is, like the terror radius that you have is when people are within a certain range of you, you inflict them with terror, which means like they hear a heartbeat where they're like scared, and whenever I hear like whenever they hear that heartbeat, they know that I'm close. So when they hear that thump 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 thump, like I'm really close to them, but of course I don't even know that, like unless I have a perk for it. Last but not least,
so that's a bit of a downside then, is it?
right, like I don't know where they're at unless I see them or I have special perks. Deerstalker is one of my favorite perks like whenever I down a survivor, I can see them when I'm standing within a 24-meter range of them. So sometimes like I'll down a survivor, and if I see another one, instead of picking the one up that I downed and putting him on a hook, I'll chase the other guy down too. And so I can kill the other guy or down him, put him on a hook, walk back to the guy that I originally downed, and I can see him a lot easier when he's like hiding in the grass when he's down, because I can have that deer stalker perk. You'll find out whenever I play this next match.
Okay.
But yeah, like there's all kinds of perks, but like, you know how I was saying, like I don't know where they're at kind of thing. So like this perk right here, Spies from the Shadows, basically like when I'm within 16 meters of like the crows or a player, like 50% of the time when the crows go crazy because like they detect a person's nearby, then it'll actually light them up on my game. So there are perks to where you can find out where the killer or the survivors are at without actually seeing them. But yeah, so but Slayer like is, I don't know how much Slayer plays the killers, but I know his like survivor is ridiculous. Like his survivor is like a level 50 and my trapper is like a level 26. So I don't know how high of a level he is, but so this killer, his special ability is he has bear traps. So I can put bear traps on the ground and people will step on them, and when they step on them I can find out where they're at on the map, and I can also try to pick them up and stuff. Add-ons basically make your traps or your power ability, whatever this power means, like more effective. So since his power is bear traps, like this will slightly decrease the setting time of bear traps and some other things. And then the coral spring will like increase the difficulty to escape bear traps and stuff like that. So
Okay.
yeah, offerings, last but not least, offerings basically are like a one-time usage. Once you use them, they go away, but it grants you like extra blood points, which is like what you use to level up or whatever. So this one I'm going to use this match just for the heck of it, is grants 50% bonus blood points in the brutality category. So when I'm like killing them and stuff and making them bleed, I'll be getting 50% more like experience, if you'll like call it that. So I'll put that on there. So that's pretty much it. There are several different killers, the trapper being like one of the first ones you get, and there's 8, I guess, so 11 of them in total. So there's like Mike Myers, basically the cannibal, the huntress, Freddy, this pig. I don't know what the pig is. I've never ever heard of him. The doctor, hag, nurse, hillbilly, and then the wraith. Slayer plays the wraith a lot. I play the trapper a lot, but I've also played the nurse quite a bit too. She's like apparently the hardest one to play in the game, but if you can master her ability, which literally moves walls and stuff, like it's like having the relic blink from Smite on a killer. Like it's seriously like,
Oh, wow.
but it has no cooldown. But it does have a cooldown, but it's kind of weird. But yeah. So, anyways, that's pretty much it for that. So let's get this show on the road. So now that you know what my perks are all about and like kind of how it works, let's play a match here. So as the killer, you're always the host. So that's a good thing, because when you play as the killer, you normally never have a bad connection. This is my missions, by the way.
That's quite a good. That's
Right.
quite a good way to have it.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, this is your, I forgot about this. This is the like your missions, like your
This
quests
is like your
for
challenges.
Smite. Yeah. None of them pertain to the trapper. So, all right. So when you're ready, you hit triangle. It'll put a little check mark, and there's like the tally marks in the corner here. So once the last person goes, we do a countdown, and that heartbeat sound you hear is what you'll hear like in the game when I'm close to you. So, and you can get perks. Like I have a perk that increases your like your terror radius by like 25%. It's ridiculous. So whenever I'm like, it extends the terror radius a lot further, which is good and bad. It's good because it'll cause them to scare a lot easier, and they won't want to work on the generators. But it's bad because you don't get as close to them before they know you're coming. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, moment of truth here. I'm usually not too bad as the trapper, but I mean I have my bad games for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say this: the last 3 matches I've played, like with 4 people in each match, only one person has survived. So like, I've had a really good streak. Like the only person that survived was this guy that I actually carried to the hatch because I kind of felt bad for him. But Like, he was actually pretty... He was really good. He was honestly really, really good. And he avoided me really well, so I was like... I mean, I could have killed him, but I was like... Normally, to be a good sport as, like, the killer, when someone plays that well, you try to, like, do something nice to where they're not like, wow, he was a complete douchebag.
Yeah.
Because I still get a lot of points for it. I mean, for carrying him around and chasing him around, so... Alright, here we go. So they drop you on a map, and it's just basically good luck. Like, you gotta go quick. Like, when you're the killer, you can't waste time at all. Like, as a survivor, you can literally just crouch somewhere and chill out for a bit to kind of get your your calm and collectiveness back together. When you're the killer, you have to be moving at all times, pretty much. Otherwise, they'll start powering generators.
How many generators are there?
There's like 6 or 7, and they have to power 5 in order to get out. So I'll try to find an elevated platform so I can kind of see around me, kind of thing. So like I'll put these bear traps in this grass here. So when they run past me, when they're trying to get away from me next to this gen here, hopefully they'll step in them. I'm listening for like the sounds of like a generator, so I'm listening for that ch-ch-ch-ch-ch.
Okay, yeah.
I just saw something over here.
So is it just this sort of tiny, tiny-ish area?
So these scratches mean someone's really close. Here he is, right here. All right, she's going that way. She ran off.
Oh wow, you just bricked it that way. I think the delay's picked up a bit now that you're playing.
It's very possible. He's probably in this locker. Oh, dang it. I have a really bad glare on the top left-hand corner of my TV screen, so it's really hard for me to see up there.
So, when you're walking around, you get the little sort of like red damage indicator type thing? Like, what's that mean?
The red damage indicator? I'm not sure what you mean.
Sort of like,
there's a guy right there.
on the sides of your screen, like, there'll be a little, like, arrow that points to the side. Or, like, alerting you to something.
That's like, okay, see this guy that fell on my bear trap? Basically what that is it's telling me where survivors are. Like, whenever that makes that's like them making a noise, if we're talking about the same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, thought I was around that, but couldn't. They both went in here, though.
Oh.
This guy behind me is trying to blind me with a flashlight. That's why he keeps chasing me around. Like, you'll hear in a minute like that clicking noise. That's literally them trying to hit me with the flashlight. Okay. Okay. Cool. They're trying to set this guy free down here. Oh, for the love of God, why am I so bad sometimes? Wow! Wow, okay, this game is absolutely robbing me right now. About to say, God
Just see you
bless.
swinging and missing.
Well, it sucks because sometimes like they'll run back toward you, and the game like absolutely just freaks out, man. It like just it glitches up really bad. Like you can hold R2 or you can tap R2. If you tap R2, then wait, why is it so dark? Like why is my screen so dark? Oh shoot, there's a guy right here. Wow.
You just had a guy walk right past you.
Yeah, I let her walk away because there's another guy down here. You'll see it here in just a second. There's a guy hiding in a locker down here. I knew he was down here still. I just didn't know where he was. And he honestly I care about more because he's going to die when I hang him this third time. Or not die, but he's going to take a lot of damage. So he has one more death after that pretty much.
Do the survivors have a certain number of lives then?
They have a set amount of times that they can go like into that hooked state.
Okay.
Somebody here has got the flashlight, and honestly, that's the person I'm trying to watch out for, because if he hits me with the flashlight, I'll literally drop the person I'm carrying. It's so annoying. Somebody's over here.
Are you able to put like traps down like in front of the hooks so people can't get them off?
You can, but it's really obvious and most people see it.
Right.
There's somebody over here somewhere, but I don't know where he's at. Like, even if I don't kill anybody, like, actually kill them, I'm still gonna get a crap load of points, because I've hung a lot of people. Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what all that's about. Oh, I hear him. I just heard somebody running over here. They're trying to heal this guy down here. And they just, somebody just stabbed him. Wow, okay. Not sure what just happened. So I am getting a little nervous because they do have one gen left. I mean, there's like 2 more people on this team that are like 1 hook away from death. So it's not going to take much for me to finish people, but... Speaking of which... match right there. There's a good chance at least 2 of them are going to get out. I don't think I'll be able to down them all quick enough. Because I don't even know where the... Oh, there it is. Oh, God, it's far away. Jesus. Yeah, they already got it open. They're gone. That's a shame.
Damn.
There's one other guy left. I'm not sure where he's... Oh, there he goes. He just got out the other door. That sucks. I mean, that's okay. Like, the match result, obviously, Brutal Killer's good. Like, I mean, I did quite a bit of, like, damage to everybody. So, like, there's lots of different play styles people have, but there's this thing called, like face camping, and there's, like, proximity camping. Like, I try not to camp hooks. Like, some people will literally hang someone and just stand there and watch them. The problem with that is you don't get a lot of points, and for 2, it's very unsportsmanlike. Because, like, how are you going to save one of your friends if you just sit there and, like, if the killer just sits there and looks at, like, the person while he's dying, there's no way that they're going to be able to save him. So it's like,
Yeah.
I try not to be that guy. Because, like, technically some people would be like, oh, well, we won the match as the survivors because 3 of us got out and only 1 of us died. But the thing is like, I got more points than 2 of their players did. So it's like, with all the combined points and stuff, like, I'm actually going to level up quite a bit. So there's almost, like, no winning or losing in this game. It's really weird. Like, it's just about playing well.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah, no, absolutely. So, like, now that I'm back in this page, I just leveled up 27. Oh, geez, yeah, see, this distressing, that's that thing I was telling you about. This one increases it by, my terror radius by 26%, and you get 100% more blood points for actions in the deviousness category. Like, that's crazy. Basically, like, that means, like, anytime I get even close to them, like, they're gonna be freaking out. Like, but at the same time, I get a lot more points when I actually catch somebody, so I may actually get that, honestly, just because it'll give me more points, but that's pretty much it. Do you want to see a game as a survivor, or?
Well, I don't know. Do you want to play some Spike?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's do that. I forgot. Like, what time is it there?